And we live.
What to do, everybody? It's June the 4th, 2025. 2025. It's time for the Mikey Justice Hour. Tonight, your boy Elon is out and his marriage making a comeback. We're going to talk about that and a few other things. It's 6-4 and it's the Mikey Justice Show, and it starts now.
Another high school shooting yesterday, this one in Florida.
I'm in 6th grade, and it can be scary
There have been about
sometimes.
380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for
The People's Podcast, the Mikey Justice Show.
y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Who don't want music?
There was a man that went by Mike. He liked night shows. And so many people wouldn't be mad. They had to be good. And what the youth is avoid because they've been misled.
Today I am announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a 6th grader call. This is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now.
All right, man. We back at it.
All right. I don't know if they can hear nothing I can hear or don't. I ain't heard nothing.
Yeah. Man.
And with that being said, we are live on the Mikey Justice Show. The date is June the 4th, 2025, 064. And this is how we do it.
Word.
Word. Because if you are from where I'm from, then you will know
No.
that I got to get mine in the big black truck. You got to get yours
And the 6-4.
in the 6-4. Okay,
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. Happy 6-4 to everybody. And you know, with that being said, Miss Angelina Jolie and Noah Wiley celebrate birthdays.
Angelina Jolie is probably 6'4", huh?
They probably got 64 kids, 64 kids, and 20 of them by Brad Pitt, the other 20 black, and the rest of them adopted.
Right.
I don't know. Ghetto math for y'all. What it do, my brother?
Oh, man. Ain't nothing. I'm just slow motion, man.
All right. Yeah, I know who it be. It be my main man, Phil, on the ones and twos, as always.
Yes, sir.
Before we get started, man, you know, we got to say what's up to all our people that's watching out there.
Yeah.
Rainy day,
Mhm.
but what's new?
Right.
We get all the bad weather. You know how it go. We be hating. It's going to be nice as that thing out there tomorrow, and Red to be out there selling barbecue, making $1 million.
That day.
Look, with only meat, no sides.
Right.
You know how they say sauce is the boss. They say the good barbecue is the kind that don't need no sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, I guess Red is the king of the barbecue because he ain't got no sides or nothing.
No sides.
Just meat.
Sauce.
You ain't going up in there getting no smokehouse spaghetti made with barbecue sauce and ketchup and all. You ain't getting no baked beans. You ain't getting none of that.
Some meat.
Some real turkey legs, some meat. We got Red. He got the meat. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Like I said, support is a must. I'm all about the support thing, man. And with that being said, hello to all my supporters and what they say, my
followers.
my loyal,
Yeah,
not just my followers,
Yeah,
my
there you go.
loyal. I don't want to just say my followers because I got people that follow me. And if that was the case, I would have some pretty big numbers if all of them would watch my show.
All right.
But they don't. So I appreciate everybody that do watch it. Mr. Keith Jackson ain't heard from you in a minute. If you in the house, what's up, man?
Yeah, man.
Jay Wise, Kaiser Riffic, all those people like that, man. OTS and all the other people that hold your boy down all the time. Shout out to them Classical Junior Academy Cougars.
Yeah.
Them Sumner Bulldogs. And the people over at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, past and present.
Yes, sir.
In my TV commercial voice, I feel like getting my Brent Solomon
You
on.
need
Sometimes
to rub
I
on
feel
top of
that
your
way. It's the first of the month, so we're gonna act a fool. I didn't come up with no clever way to throw my man 45/447 in there, so I'm just gonna for no reason. Look at my African American over there. Look at him. I just gotta get that
Why
out of me
not,
sometime, man. You hear me?
Yeah. You know
Man.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Might as well get my crackhead on. I just seen the man at the liquor store at the PX. He got all the way disrespected, man. He coming there. He said, "Yeah, y'all see I love roses." Dude, like, yeah, right here. Kept on they point to the little glass thing. Dude, like, nah, bro, I want to see it. I'm trying to buy one for my lady. You got a rose? You see, say a rose? He done went all the way crackhead on my man. Tried to pass him a little thing in the glass. He like, nah, I'm talking about the real one with the stem and all that, like a rose. Nah, bro, this ain't the place. not at the PX. Might want to go to Snooks for that one.
Right.
I was like, wow, this game might put the jacket on my boy. Yeah, man. What we got going on, man? Want to see what's going on around here? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on around here, man. And we know our peoples and how we get down. So it's probably a whole bunch of old bullshit. Yeah, man. Clean up, continue from the tornado. What they've been about 2 going on 3 weeks now.
3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. Had some pretty bad weather today. I was downtown and I heard alert come over the phone. I really didn't check it, but I heard a lot of people down there were saying that it was another tornado warning that was out. Like, wow, man. Woo-wee.
Yeah, I got it at the job in the Central West End, man, and
hey,
it was looking real bad. Like,
yeah,
I thought it was gonna happen again for a minute.
Yeah. When you was like, man, just lay back, don't get out there in it. I was like, man, I didn't know it was that bad. I looked out there when you sent me that message. I was like, man, it must have really got bad. You hear me? Yeah. But I'm like, man, I thought the earthquake is what had the aftershock, not the tornado. You hear me? Tornado ain't done, man. Hey, I'm like, boy, we ain't even finished cleaning up a guy right from the first time.
Tornado got the aftershock.
Ooh-wee.
Crazy work.
I'm like, yeah. Can't say that we ain't prepared. I don't know. Well, are we?
Nah, not if another one hit.
But we can't say that. Oh, it never happens here. It doesn't happen here, and it looked like it was about to happen again. Yeah. So y'all be careful, man. Y'all take care of each other, take care of yourself, all that good stuff. What's up, Lester Hope?
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh, y'all think it's a game? Lester Hope watching right now. I have, boy. and y'all always know we got a substitute. If we can, man, we could get anybody on this show, and if we can't get them on there, we can always call on your president. He would love to be. Do y'all want us to get? You want to put the number on the screen? You want to get the president on the line? Because we will get it.
We can get him. We do what we want.
I'm pretty sure McDonald's ain't that busy. He can take a phone call right about now.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I just hope that effort, with all that support and everything, people just keep it going. I was talking about when that type of stuff will slow down, and today's weather let me know, man, that it's gonna be exactly like what we said. A lot of people gonna be popping out in this summer, but when that weather changed, I was like, dang, so people don't need toilet paper and food and supplies today because it's raining.
Not today, it's raining.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like stuff like today let me. It kind of let me see the loopholes that's in that type of stuff. You hear me? Like some of the elderly people be saying, everybody can't get around so easy. They can't get out. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then a lot of those lines, man, they 2-3 hours long, man. Some of them people, they can't stand that long. They can't be in the car. The pen only holds so much. You eventually got to change that mug too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they got to come up with something better, man, that suits everybody. You hear me? Right. I love the people that when it first got going, that was riding down the street, checking on people, passing out stuff, but it didn't last that long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It ain't really too much of that going on now. And that was more about probably because the power and stuff was out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of stuff that need to continue. And then they needed to have, I was like, okay, it has to be some type of indoor place where people can go because they wasn't outside. We said they turned the Save-A-Lot into basically a pop-up flea market. Right. And then I rode up there today, it's pretty much nothing going on. You hear me? So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if these people staying at home, did they go somewhere else to get the resources they need? You know what I'm saying? Right. But that's the type of information that needs to be made more available. They need to let people know that it's more places than just all these 3-hour lines outside. You could call this place, you could call this building, you could turn to that person, and then people don't really know what their rights are, as far as being renters, having insurance, right. What type of benefits or help that they're able to get from FEMA, you know what I'm saying? That they qualify for, right. All that type of stuff. So that type of information needs to be a little bit more accessible.
I agree, sir.
Man, I'm finally seeing those commercials, like oh, this is the spirit of St. Louis, the heart of St. Louis, and all it's been is showing the acts of kindness and generosity, man. And I promise you, bro, I don't want to see it go back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is a way better look. But I be keeping it real with myself. I was like, just as quick as it changed over, bro. But the pandemic and all that stuff, you weren't slapping fives, you weren't giving hugs, you weren't doing nothing.
Right.
But as quick as it went from the bad, it went right back. It could do it. It could do it. And people act like this stuff wasn't real. A lot of people died. It affected people. It's still people out here, man, that on a daily basis, not washing their hands, not taking care of their hygiene. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about it. I'll be like, every week I'll be wanting to say, like, you know how we be like, man, it's just time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What can you do to better yourself? Talk to yourself, be real, and be like, man, I need to put more time into this. I haven't really done this, and I know that it's priority. You hear me?
Right.
I was like, are people gonna keep it real? Remember when we tried to do the whole drive with the taking and sending the kids to the dentist and all that stuff?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, you have people that tell me off the record that they haven't been to the dentist in 5 or 10 years, and that's what we reported on the show. And then once we got out the air and people started calling us and talking about it, people was like, being honest, I probably ain't been in like 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Being honest, I was like, whoa, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it be, man. We take little things for granted. You
Yeah.
hear me?
In the struggle, I mean, that's just what it is.
You know, I told you one of my good friends, man, told me how important he knows that keeping his feet in line is now. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? They used to laugh at you and talk about you when you were you was a man and you was getting your feet done. You hear
Right,
me?
yeah.
Man, I get mine done faithfully. I try to. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To do something to him, bro, you got to soak them, wear the right shoes. We used to have that running joke because they always talk about how big your manhood is by your feet. So you if you got a little man complex, so you know you in a 9 and 9.5, man, don't be walking around with them 17s on, clapping like Ronald McDonald trying to get old Miss Parker across the street.
Right.
You're gonna be messed up in the if you wear a 9, get you a 9.
Yeah, wear the 9.
Big old clown shoes, man. But it's little things like that, man, that we take for granted, bro. I was gonna see, like, cause ain't nobody gonna call in to keep it 100. So I was like, how many people, if I say, ask yourself this, like your teeth, how much are you really doing what you can to take care of your teeth? Because we know how critical it is. They'll take you up out of here. And just knowing that, you would think that people, that'll be priority on your list every single day. You hear me?
Right.
What they say, you supposed to brush your teeth 3 times a day, basically like in the morning, after a meal or whatever, and before you go to bed and stuff like that, man. I'm going to tell you, the majority of the time, I'm rolling, I'm out, I'm at work, I'm doing whatever. I get 2 times in there, but it's very seldom that I get 3 times in there.
Yeah,
it's usually in the morning before I leave, and most of the time before I go to bed, before I get up in my lady face, because I don't want to kill her with the breath, with the double F, you know, with the double F. So, but I be like, man, trying to tell myself little things like that, man. You hear me? Just like you can focus on whatever your little vice is, you know, whether it's playing video games, smoking bud, drinking, whatever you do, you know how to put enough time and thought into doing it. So you can put that same amount of time and effort into making sure your life is going as well as it can. You're living to full capacity.
True.
Yeah, man. So I was like, you know, ain't nobody gonna keep it 100, but I hope that puts something in y'all mind. Just take a little bit of time. What they say, that honestly, you only really supposed to brush your teeth about 2-3 minutes, or you probably over brushing them, killing it. So 2-3 minutes out of your day is just time. Put some time into your physical health, time into your mental health. All of this is your canvas, and if you don't put time into it, it ain't gonna be right. Just like you doing them squats, trying to make that butt get bigger, putting on them brooms on your eyes, trying to look pretty. Put some time into your canvas, put some work in, and you know what I'm saying? It will show. It will show.
True story.
Man, my man Static Butler, he posted he had a post on his page, man, talking about a guy stole his truck and some of his tools. This was 2 days ago, so I'm hoping that by now he either recovered his truck, his tools, they caught the person or whatever. You know, I'm not John Walsh. This ain't America's Most Wanted. I ain't the police. But at the same time, man, I've been talking about it ever since all this stuff started. Opportunities, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
People out there stripping people's property, taking copper out of them, stealing people's bricks, going through people's personal belongings, their property, all that stuff. You hear me?
Yeah.
Opportunities, man. It just ain't the time for that. You hear me?
No.
And I don't understand why would you do that at a time when everybody's just giving everything away and they so generous. If you just speak up, you're probably gonna get anything that you really need. You hear me?
Yeah.
But the thrill of being scandalous and doing some foolish, that gets some people going.
I guess what is it? Impulse they call it? Impulse
Man,
control. You can't control
bro,
the impulse.
I don't know. And you know how we do. We like to have the receipt. That's a good one. So if you got time, let them know if that's what it is. Because some people, I was trying to explain that to some of my friends the other day, man. And they was like, why do some people always, because we be talking about just days when we used to work together and certain people wouldn't be there. You could just tell about how peaceful the day would be, and they would be like, man, why does such and such always got to act like that? And why did this person got to be like that and all that? And I'm like, man, let me tell you something. People are who they are. And then some people, man, if they don't have all that drama or some type of validation, bro, their life is worthless. They rather go blow their head off or jump off a bridge or something. You know? That's how crazy that validation and all of that, man, is to people. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
It ain't no more right or wrong. Go ahead, bro.
I had looked that up yesterday, man. That peer pressure and all that, the validation, and like that's a real thing. Like people seek approval from other people.
They do, man.
Yeah.
I mean, when old Eddie over at Native was saying that, man, it was like he was trying to be funny, but I wish I had a way to really say what he was trying to say when he say people be like little puppies, little dogs, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't tell them they cute, pet them on the head, how good you doing, and everybody want a little bit of validation sometimes.
Yeah.
But there's some people that just extreme with it. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all some big witch hunt conspiracy in their head,
Mm-hmm.
I know I was looking cute. I was fly as that thing, and then nobody tell me nothing.
Right.
Everybody hating on me, and everybody.
Yeah, why they hating on me? Nah.
Sometimes, man, like we say, man, you block your own blessings and all that stuff. You hear me?
Yeah.
Trying so hard not to get played. You be playing yourself a lot of times.
Right. Like my man Big Daddy Kane used to say, put a quarter in you because you played yourself.
You played yourself, Ain't nobody bothering you. All that going on in your head, man.
Yeah. So I did get a chance to look that up, man. Impulse control disorder is a real thing.
Okay.
Yeah. According to Cleveland Clinic.
So because I was like, man, it just be killing me, man. Like I said, I be reading all these different posts and all that stuff on social media,
mm-hmm.
and I do it just. It be like the people that back in the day read the dirty magazines and act like they read it for the ads. But I really be reading these comments just to see where people at. You know what I'm saying? And it don't hardly be nothing that's really. Once you kind of get somebody that go in there and try to be the peacemaker and make sense of it,
mm-hmm.
then you get people jump on the bandwagon then. But before that, when it first start off, the ones that have all the 1K comments and likes and hearts and them be the ones with all the drama. You hear me?
Right. That just validate whatever point was made.
Yeah. So it's like, God, man, I don't get it, bro. It's like what's popular is. It trumps what's right, and it don't never supposed to be that way. Yeah. It don't never supposed to be that way. And back in the old days, like when you read in the books and stuff, man, like slavery times and how they did people and all that, you was like, man, that was just old time. People didn't know no better, But when I see people just like you were saying, that guy that no matter what you say, he gonna just roll with Trump, support it. He ain't never seen him do nothing wrong. But I'd never believe that we would still live with those kind of people in these times. I was like, if you didn't know no better back in the day, and, and people were actually picking cotton and all that, you hear me? Mm-hmm. Come on, man. That I still say that some of us slaves, but it ain't, ain't nobody cracking no whip on us, and we ain't picking no bucket of cotton. Yeah. It's a whole different time. But I be like, man, that was so real, man, because that was the times. But people act like that now and be flipping and tripping and be on all this old weird stuff, supporting stuff and being racist and treating people a certain way when you know better. It ain't back in the the 1500s,
Yeah.
1800s.
Yeah.
This is modern day time, man.
Right.
Come
you
on,
should know
man.
better and you should do better.
You ain't that slow. You not that stupid.
Nah.
You're not still living in these times. Nobody is messing with you. You don't have to be afraid of every white person you see. You don't have to be afraid of every black person you see. You hear me? People are just people, you know.
Yeah.
Why haven't people mind advanced to do something else, man?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
It's that easy, like we said, the easy button. It's that easy. You know, I see this and then I put it in that category. So every time I see it, now it's in that category.
It is about pushing that easy button,
you know?
man. You know, if I roll with everything that everybody say and all this and that, man, I watched the episode that was like a whole greatest clip thing of the Boondocks yesterday. Must see TV. I mean, it's like, bruh, I was like that in Living Color and a few other things, man. When I say they were really breaking down and trying to show us what we be on, man, you know, we took it all sideways and got all in our feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But those episodes, Stink Meter and R. Kelly, all that kind of stuff, Thugnificent, all the cat out there rapping and all that stuff. You hear me? Talking about people just selling their soul and going all out for some J's and all that, and they like, come on, man. At the end of the day, it's $150. You hear me?
Right? Yeah.
But to a struggling person in the hood that want validation and it's all about everything, man, that little stuff mean everything to them.
Make it mean everything. Yeah.
Hairdos, tattoos, and all that other kind of stuff. Real life don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Still got these youngsters out here, man, trying to hold on. Don't want to grow up, missing all their kids' time. You hear me? Be 40, 50, still thugging, paying, sagging, still throwing it up, still getting amped, you know, ready to go at the drop of a dime. And then we expect them to represent.
I never change.
Like they got a half ounce of decency or respect in them, and we ain't taught them nothing. You hear me?
Right.
Because we can't push the easy button no more. I can't beat the hell out of you and just impose my will on you. Might take some time to actually communicate something with you. And that's something that I was going to get off into a little bit later, man. Just family time, bro. You hear me? Man, it's like, I really want to talk about so much real stuff on this show, man, but it's like you only have so much time, but family time, stuff that matter, man, that control and affect your life, man. Why not put a little bit of time into it, communicating with the people that you're dealing with, the people that's around you, and try to come to some type of resolve, some type of resolution, and stop going through the same old mess. Muhammad Ali, you the same person you was 20 years ago, then you just wasted a whole bunch of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're supposed to mature and get better and get more understanding. And
I hate that, man, because, you know, sometimes even when I go over my people's house, we still getting in arguments, and I'm looking around like, man, I see 45 over here, 47, 34, 31, 28, 25. I see grown folks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll be sitting there, man, just steady trying to be the voice of reason. All right, y'all, let's bring it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that level, that ain't going to be what it do. It's just going to turn into something. Come on, y'all. Let's talk. We fam, y'all. We love each other. That ain't even got to be like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you got the toughest ninjas and people in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just trying to call my people out. All people do it. You hear me?
Yeah.
You tough as that thing on your people, on your family. You don't know how to pick and choose your battles.
Like we say,
you know?
you beefing with your little brother.
Why do you got to be all that extra amp? You know, and you just going to show them. You going to tell them, on my mama, flat out, straight up. There ain't no other. This is the gospel truth. When I say it, you know?
Right. Just growl in there.
Calm the down. Come on, man. No good. No.
Calm down.
No yeah, man. But before we get to move on, did you get a chance to put that up there, man, with the dude? That's a very man. I'm like, with today's time, cameras everywhere and all that stuff, man. Why would you do that, man? You hear me?
Yeah.
And the reason, like I said, I wanted to put it up there, man, is because the guy came by and dropped some food off and stuff. I remember meeting him and us friending each other when when my daughter was missing. You hear me?
Yeah.
And he helped out a lot with that. I didn't even want to speak to the brother because, you know, and then don't let the smooth taste fool you. He does that safe street stuff. He really be out here. I'm like, I don't know, man. Your name's Static. You know what I'm saying? So you know how it go. You kind of stereotype a little bit. I was like, I don't know you, man. I don't trust nobody. I'm over in Baden area. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
He like, nah, come on, big dog. Holler at me. Talk to me. Seeing that he was really cool, man. And he told me what he was about. And when I started seeing him out here,
yeah,
and actually doing that work, passing out bags, doing all kind of other stuff, I'm like, yeah, you got my respect, brother. I see you out here, you doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
So I hate that somebody would do something like that to you, because from the guy that I met, this dude would do anything for anybody, you know?
Right.
So to take advantage of somebody in that type of situation, it ain't what it do, man.
Nah.
Give my man's his stuff back, bro.
Sure.
I don't think he gonna even try to press no charges on you. I think honestly, with what he be trying to do, dude just want his stuff back.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. Man, did you hear about the Uber driver that got shot in the face?
Yeah, you was telling me about that, man. That's
crazy. Bro. That's keeping it real going wrong. Okay, so this is how it go down. 20-year-old and a 17-year-old. You heard me?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them have been charged as adults.
Right.
They gonna try to rob the dude and take the car or something. Something about they seen that he had some keys that went to some type of Cherokee. You know how they had the whole little frenzy going on with the Hondas and the kids and all of that.
Right.
It's something about these Cherokees that's attracting these youngsters, and they trying to do something. You hear me?
Okay.
So they was trying to set my man up to some type of way, make him go back and start up his Cherokee, or he was driving the Cherokee, something that they were trying to jack him for the car.
Uh-huh.
But they ended up finding out that the car was manual transmission. It was a stick.
Mm-hmm.
So they couldn't drive it.
Right.
So that's where the carjacking and kidnapping him come in.
Right.
They tell him to drive. You hear me?
Yeah.
To them back to the spot, wherever they going or whatever they trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts driving erratic, trying to get the police to pull him over. They wouldn't do it. You hear me?
Yeah.
He drives these guys over to the police station across their water.
Mm-hmm.
When they get there, and they realize that he takes them to the police station. See, that's another one, bro. That's sometimes, you know, you could overthink and outsmart yourself. Because I thought it was a very clever move.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was ever doing ride sharing or something like that, I thought about doing the same stuff. While you talking about drop you off somewhere, I'm pulling right on in the Quick Trip. You hear me?
Yeah.
Police department or this and that. But, you know, then that's when they get paranoid. I said, now they mad because he done outsmarted them. You hear me? Now they in their feelings. Now they shoot him in the face. To me, that's a headshot. You should be charged with attempted murder.
Definitely. Man, you know how I feel. Any
part, attempted murder. I can bleed out. Yeah, you can shoot me in my pinky toe.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I'm sitting there like, why do youngsters just react on stupid stuff? Because you not mature, so you shouldn't even be doing what you're doing, because if a situation arises, you're not.
You can't handle it.
No, you don't have what it takes to handle that type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got scared. You know, you never know. We always go back to all the most stupid lessons that some of these old heads taught these kids. My uncle said if I pulled it out, I better use it. Go and pop that ninja.
Right.
And all that old hip stuff. So I was like, was it one of those type of situations, or did they panic once they got to the police station? But I'm thinking he just trying to scare them off because he just fearing for his life. So if they would have just ran off, I think that would have been the end of it.
Yeah.
I think they made themselves a target now by shooting him.
Yeah. Now you really done something.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't win for losing, because to do what he did, man, because you got some people, because I done seen both sides of it, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I done seen them hop in that car with that Uber driver, pull that gun on them, and that person acting like they scared. And I'm finna go to the ATM, I'm about to pull over now. They reaching down up on them cashews and grabbing something.
Yeah.
I done seen them come back and pop. You hear me?
Yeah.
We done seen it on the bus where somebody got on there getting all rowdy, trying to punk all the people out and this and that, and old Henry over in the corner that's snotty, falling half to sleep, that you didn't even recognize was on the bus. Left something hot up in you before you got up off of there.
Right.
So, you know, you get what you asked for. But yeah, man, I was like, man, like the guy when the guy came out at the gas station on Hampton. Remember the young guys, they were trying to steal his car, and he like, what are you guys doing? Pop. They shot him.
Yeah.
They killed him. Come on, man. That's old school game right there. 211.
Yeah, don't
Don't
make
turn it
a
to 187. 211, don't turn it into a 187. You get what you gonna get out of there. It ain't even that serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they ended up shooting the guy in the face, and I was like, man, hope people haven't got too comfortable with the ride sharing. Because I remember back in the day, bro, nobody wanted to be no cab driver.
Nah.
Ain't Uber pretty much the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same.
That's what I thought it was, but all of a sudden everybody's so cool with it. I was like, ain't it the same danger?
Yeah, it is. But
only difference is no cash.
Yeah, no cash.
And you got the
gotta
people
be
information, the credit
right.
card and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, but man, if it was that little small technicality that could have kept cab drivers safe around here for the last 20 years, then they should have been switched that a long time ago.
Yeah.
If something that simple.
Yeah.
Man, I remember they used to go through the whole thing, putting the bulletproof and the plexiglass all in the cab and all that stuff, and it could have been just simple as we don't take cash.
Yeah.
So ain't no reason to rob me, but that person will still probably shoot you. Some type of information. Come on, man. I'm like, we be acting so dumb and outdated on stuff. And then look at how many passengers and other people have been raped by the drivers of Uber and Lyft. Yeah. So just as much as they're trying to prove who you are and see your credentials, theirs need to be posted just like cabs. All of it, the whole system need to come together. You need to have your test, your license on your dash, just like cab drivers.
Well, you know,
the credit card system, all of that. It's good if you put it together and make some out of it.
Within the app, they do it like that. They, you got your driver and they got a picture of him and all of that good stuff. So you supposed to know who you get in the car with, but you know how that is.
So why would you be foolish enough to try to rape somebody when your whole profile? Because some people ain't checking that stuff, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Because I ain't checking it, and then people that call Ubers and Lyfts or whatever, most of the time they intoxicated or whatever because they can't drive,
right?
And so they in a vulnerable state,
position.
So where they could, and some people don't have impulse control, as we just read.
You're gonna get caught, man. There's no way to get around it. You hear me? Now, the worst experience that I had, man, with the Uber and the Lyft, one night, and they be killing me because you know how they do. Prices change all the time.
Yeah, I hate that.
Me and my lady stay 3 minutes apart. She probably about 9 blocks. If it wasn't 2:00 in the morning and pitch black, I probably would have walked. You know what I'm saying? But some days it's $5, some days it's $15. Cool with that. I know how the game go. Don't trip off that. But my worst experience, I got a guy pulls up. I'm like, no, man. They had a lady say her name was Cynthia. She's supposed to have this car, that car. Oh, you talking about my wife? Yeah, she was on the flat and blah blah blah. So I told her that I'll just pull on up and I'll take the ride and I'll do. And just because he had enough to let me know that he knew something and I wasn't going that far. I rolled with it, man, but I gave him a very bad mark. And I usually don't give nobody no bad marks. You know what I'm saying? And I told you one girl, her car just smelled like feet and cat litter. It was stinking so bad in her. I used to be like, man, I thought the different cars was part of the experience. I love riding in different, oh, this is a Cadillac.
Right.
It's a Wagoneer. Then you got some people that had their little video games. Some people had little snack bar back there, little tissues. And it'd be different something.
Yeah.
And that'd be the whole experience. But old girl, like, nah, I'm old Becky wasn't doing nothing but getting money. I got 15 cats. It smell like cat. Feet is half a box of eating chicken. Some white girl Payless tennis shoes in the back. No, it was all bad. It was all bad. Yeah, man. But that was my question. So overall, do you think the ride sharing is safe? Is it safe to be an Uber? Because we just bought a little ride and stuff. I thought about it, doing a little DoorDash and a little Uber or something. So what you think? You think it's safe?
I think it's about as safe as anything else. Now that is something that I would not do without a firearm.
Yeah. Because I was just about to say, what about a DoorDash or Uber Eats? But I was finna say because you don't have no passengers in your car, but you still got little Ricky waiting over in the building,
right?
With his little pistol ready to take your little pizza and all that.
Huh? Yeah.
Golly,
so
man.
yeah, I think it's about as safe as anything else, but I would definitely be prepared for shenanigans. shall we say?
Anything. Huh?
Yeah.
So basically, you a cab driver, a police officer,
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be.
a babysitter, last
You gotta
call
be
for
in a state
alcohol.
of, you know, all you have to be alert with something like that. Like I saw a video of this guy that had he picked up these people from spring break, and the girls was like, could you stop looking at us? They had on bikinis or whatever, right? And he like, I'm turning around to back the car up. Like what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? But he had good thing he had the video on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that could have turned into something.
It definitely was
So,
turning
you
into
know,
something.
but he eventually put him out. Like, I tell you what, just go ahead and get out. And don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I had another video I wanted to show tonight, man. That showed the lady that got caught at the nursing home that slapped the hell about the lady. You heard me?
Oh, wow.
She said that they was beating on her and all of that. So her daughter put the camera up there, went in the other room, and she like, yeah, but you just be irking me and you be doing stuff and you just be doing this and that. They really didn't have no reason, you know. I said, that's mad.
Damn.
Tired of Betty pissing all on herself.
Right.
Nasty. And slapped
You know
the
you
lady. I'm like, man, wow, bro. You can't get away with nothing. I don't know why people are still trying to get all that mess off, man.
Yeah.
And with that being said, man, they caught your man on the video with the flamethrower out there setting the people on fire. Hate crime.
Whew.
Dude looked like George Lopez. I can't even remember his name. You know, I don't like to give nobody like that no shine anyway.
Yeah.
But
bum with a flamethrower.
they said he went that route because he couldn't get a gun. So I'm like, is that good or bad? I guess that's good. That's some of that background check stuff that they make you go through.
Yeah. You know.
I don't know.
It's bittersweet because
definitely bittersweet, man, because people still dying, and you know, wow, you know, you got people, you know, pick your poison. I heard people all the time that be saying they rather get shot than be stabbed to be on fire. You know? So I don't know, man. And then
I can't even fix my mouth to say what I would rather have. None of the above. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, you can't do nothing but just laugh at something like that, man, because it's so ridiculous. I mean, you can't even. It ain't even real. Like, and then the part that bothered me about it, man, was he had several more of the Molotov cocktails and stuff on him, and he said he went right on Google and Googled and looked that up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I said the pornography, how to make the bombs and all that stuff with the ghost guns and all that stuff, man. Yeah. That stuff that they know is a major threat to society and people's mental and well-being is way too accessible.
Yeah.
Way too accessible, man.
Yeah.
You would never believe that. How do you make a bomb and stupid bull crap like that?
Right. Just go ahead and look it up.
Old man had sex with little kids at daycare. It's gonna pop up something. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Yeah, so I don't know, man. You know, you got all kind of different stuff going on. People say that the war and all that stuff has something to do with it. You know, they say people that be still tripping off the Holocaust and all that stuff from years ago. You know what I'm saying? So you never know, man. You know, religious beliefs and backgrounds and all this other stuff.
Man, as you bring it up, the war in Ukraine is still going on.
Yep. It definitely is.
Wow, man.
It definitely is, man. And you know, like we said, your boy Elon is out. So
yeah.
I've been watching a little tension that's starting to build up in little conversations that him and 45/47 been having. Kind of expected it. You don't know what to believe, what to trust, man. But stay tuned. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm trying to, you know, pay attention and see how the positions that certain people play in how we live now in that administration and all that. What part? How much of that is going to play a part into where we at in the future? That's what I'm waiting to see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I thought long as them two kind of got along, everything could be cool. But when one of them go the other way, then I wanted to see, because they two honestly very powerful people. You know what I'm saying? And I always said that Trump had the edge when it came down to the power, but Elon Musk got money, and we know money make some people move and shake a certain way.
Yeah, bands will make you dance.
Bands will make you dance. Yeah, do something strange for a little change. Anyway, man, moving on, man. Them old Battlehawks, man, they got like one more game, and then it's the championship game. Next week they got like the conference championship or something here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they said on the 14th, 16th, or something like that, coming down the month in June, the championship game is supposed to be played here.
That's all right. Man,
they be killing me with that, bro. I was just talking to my people about it. I say, they kill me with all the championship games here. The Final Fours and stuff be here. All the regional games and all that during the tournament. You used to have a Gateway Classic, and then you got the Battlehawks game and all this different stuff. I say, because they know that this is sports town. Yeah. But everything but satisfy Instructor Eagle or some of these ninjas around here. You hear me?
Right.
I was like, they can have all the exhibition NBA come here every year, you hear me, and all the basketball games, but no basketball team. We got Arch Madness, Missouri Valley Conference, and all that different stuff. How the hell you got a conference tournament for a conference that ain't even got a team?
Yeah.
When people come here and play on our floor, bro, they be like on just a makeshift St. Louis floor.
Yeah.
Basketball. Whatever they make the floor up to say. But it ain't no team. You ain't on the Billikens. You ain't playing for St. Louis Hawks. You just on St. Louis. St. Louis floor. We in St. Louis. I'm like, come on, man. Battlehawks, people embraced them like that, and they brought them teams back. XFL and all that stuff done folded several times, and they managed to keep these Battlehawks around. Why? Because they see the type of revenue that they're generating. Why? Because it's football, man. Yeah. I was like, they know that the way it went down with the Rams, that people use those Battlehawks, man, to overcome some of that pain they felt from us losing the Rams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's like the Rams. That's our team. You know what I'm saying? So they're embracing them, and they're holding them to that type of expectation, and they're living up to it. And I think they need to try to see about bringing some football back around here.
I don't like the NFL. I'm cool with the Battlehawks. I'm still
but this is what I'm saying. Only reason I'm saying something bigger than that is because the Battlehawks ain't benefiting from all of this publicity and all this revenue they creating. It's the UFL, so those people only getting paid so much. So why get why be on that scale if the people that's making it happen not getting paid like that and getting treated like that? I'm like, I know that those people are embracing those Battlehawks like the Rams. So if you know that you can draw that kind of money and that's what people here are interested in, then why not explore bringing a team back here?
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I don't like the NFL, man, because they had their eyes on that LA market, and they knew that old boy was gonna jump, and they just made it so. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and
then with no kind of regard for St. Louis, and
it's 700 million reasons why some people ain't as mad about it as they try to act like they are.
Yeah.
And now you see, now they're going to set 30 million of it to the side for the North Side development, for the tornado. Wow. That's going to really put a dent in it. Yes, sir. But you know what I mean? I was like, they need to find some other funds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Aspire and all them talking about raising their rates and all that to go up like $14 on your bill. I said, how dare you owe $25 every month customer fee and you want another $14
on top?
How about make them give you $1 or $2 out of that?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta raise some millions and some billions and do something really good for these people and leave that round money alone. I knew that they were gonna try to do that, man. And I'm like, I'm all for the people getting help, but I'm like, it's other funds out there.
Yeah,
and they're just doing that so they could allocate, embezzle, and start
there you go.
and all of that, some more funds, because they don't need to touch them funds. If they were gone, what would they do? Come up with some other funds, right?
Yeah.
And with this being something that's been played out for the last 4 or 5 years, you hear me?
Yeah.
They didn't need to use them funds.
No.
The funds really supposed to be gone.
Yeah, they should have been spent a long time ago.
I think if it was going down in Clayton, they would find a way to come up with some funds.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about it, man. What you think about doing some breakfast or barbecue, some type of fundraiser where we can do all free meals, Supplies last until they run out, and we basically do no charge, just donations. And whatever we get, and because we talking about that support, man. You hear me? Boy, I want to run this video, dude, with Corey Holcomb. And I can't stand him, my man Charleston White and some of them. Because don't get me wrong, they do spit some facts, they have some good points sometimes.
Yeah.
But the shenanigans and the bull crap
kind of outweigh what they talk about.
Yeah, it turns me off. You know what I'm saying? I can't do you. But he was talking about just people with the support, man, and building this thing with social media. He was like, the woman has basically been, he said, like how we say Jason Whitlock and Rob Parker is set up to destroy the black man, destroy their community and everything else. And most of the time people don't roll with my man. You hear me?
Yeah.
But on this one, they was really feeling him and trying to roll with my boy. They was like, nah, man, you absolutely right about what you saying. And he was like, all the fans only, the twerking and all of that stuff. He like, these the same people that your kids see all of this stuff. And they're on social media and all this, and that's why that level of respect as a parent and all that, you getting fired at jobs, you just doing too much. You hear me? And he like, y'all, it's other ways to use the social media and the platforms to do other stuff, but they want to run to that, push that easy button. You hear me?
Right.
He said that's what happened with the marriage and stuff. That's what made me want to talk about all the family time and the dating and all that later on if we got time to get off into it. You hear me? But that's what he was saying, like all the bashing men online. It started getting all these girls, all these likes and clicks and all this popularity. So they ran to that. You hear me? All the disrespecting yourself, getting half naked and all this and that. These the same people that's coming back in their comments and pictures. Why you looking at me? Get off my page. Don't say this. Like you say, dude, why you looking? They in the cab, in bikinis, half naked. When you turn around, what you looking at us for? Yeah. Man, I'm trying to back up the car. What you want me to close my eyes when I do it?
Right.
Kill me with that, man. You're not looking for that type of attention, but you went out like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude was like all of that bashing men online. That's why people steady talking about, I don't want to be in a relationship, I don't want to be committed, because they done got people thinking that they own the world, they queens, and they can do whatever they want. So all of that, I'm single, I ain't looking for nobody, it's all cap. You hear me? Because like I said, nobody wants nobody till they find out somebody wants them.
Right.
Then they jump right into it. You know what I'm saying? All the people, the girls that be online all day long talking about they don't want no man, they good with being by themselves. You's a damn. Right. You didn't want to spend $300 and go see Kendrick Lamar by yourself.
No.
Patti LaBelle, none of that. You know what I'm saying? You cool with it. Life goes on. Don't get me wrong. But everybody wants validation, companionship, and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But yeah, that's how they get down, man. And they like social media has added to it, and it's part of it. Cause he even mentioned people like Jasmine Crockett, cause you got people like, oh, she stand up, she do this, she do that, and he was like, man, if y'all don't see the way that they trying to set her up and the downfall that she's going to face and backlash and everything else, and he like, not because she not smart enough, educated enough, or powerful enough to stand up to these people, it's because ain't nobody gonna support her and have her back. Right. And when it come down to doing what's right and what's wrong, some of us cowards and lazy people are going to roll with what's popular. And she's going to be out there butt naked trying to fend for herself like she been doing. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what the sad part is, So I'm going to keep on pumping it up on this show, man. All those people that's not supporting people, I'm going to strongly urge people to stop following them people. Unfollow them. Ain't nobody that damn great. If you can't support nobody else, show that love. You hear me? Bro, how long I've been putting up there for the stars, I say I want to see the person who break the mold. If you're in St. Louis, all you got to do is spend $1. Be the first person to send me some stars. I give you whatever meal you want. Whatever you want.
That's a pretty good deal.
You want chicken and waffles? You want a double burger? You want a Philly? Want some breakfast? Be the first person that send me some stars. Just break the mold. Just do it. Yeah. People so scared. No support. $1, man. Dude can't even get his restaurant and stuff off the ground. All these wonderful things that people are standing in line and clap and tell your bestie, oh, girl, they giving out everything. Towels, buckets of oatmeal, dog food. You got to have funds to do it. And if it's so lovely to you, then give me some funds and watch me do it. Right. You can't get no support out here. Stars and everything else. If I had a bunch of followers, a bunch of nut riders, then everybody would jump on the bandwagon. But once again, Small Change Charlie ain't made enough noise, and I don't want to be the one. You might end up being not that popular. And look at that, you guys. I've embarrassed myself. I sent him $1. I sent him some stars. It's the same people that voted for Trump and voted to get themselves fired, but won't send me $1. You hear me?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Support all of that. Buy a Bible and some $400 tennis shoes from a billionaire, but won't send me $1.
Well, if you was a billionaire, man,
Okay, well, let's make it happen.
Right.
Y'all make me a billionaire and then send me all of your money. And America will be great again. And then I'll be what?
You be the African American.
I will be his little African American. And he would say, oh, look at him.
Oh, look at my African American over here. Look at him.
Oh, we forgot to talk about your boys. Tomorrow, the Mo finals, man.
Yeah,
OKC and Indiana.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm going to ask you just because, but I know the answer to this.
Uh,
Who is going to win and in how many games?
I got OKC winning,
In
and I got
5.
them winning.
OKC in 5.
Right.
Like Unc say.
Lakers in 5. I got OKC winning, but I got them going 6 games.
You got it going 6.
Yeah. I think Siakam is gonna have a consistent.
Well, this is what I'm going to say.
drive.
I'm going to try to get his first game to Indiana. And I'm going to say if they don't win the first one, that they getting swept.
Dang.
Ooh, you like that?
Hot
Hot bet. You hear that? Fire on that bet. I was going to see what's that boy going to pick up on that. Now, you want to make a little wager or something on that? I'm like, what can we do? Something for the people.
$20.
$20. Okay. That sounds reasonable. What we going to do? We get a gift certificate or something, gift card or something.
$20 meal.
And what'll happen is somebody, we just have to roll up on them or something. When they standing out in that line or something looking for them resources, we just pick somebody out the crowd and give it to them.
Right.
Bet. The loser.
Film it for the receipt.
20.
20.
Say, stuff kind of high, man. We trying to get him his girlfriend and him a cheeseburger. 25.
25.
That's a quarter of a buck.
Right on.
Okay.
25.
So that's what I'm calling now. If Indiana don't win the first game, they're gonna get swept.
They get swept.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Can I put a side bet on there? Can I say you took OKC in 6, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I get some insurance if they still pull it off and in 5? If Indiana win the first one and the OKC catch them 4 in a row, that's still like a sweep.
Damn.
I'm trying to see, man. Come on, I left myself out there naked. But that's all right. We're going to give out the card anyway.
Yeah.
I don't care. Okay, so we both say OKC. You say in 6. I say in 5.
Right.
Halliburton, SGA. Who has the advantage? 2 super point guards. That's what I'm looking forward to, that matchup.
I think SGA got him.
He on another planet right now.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. But there's 2 people, like I said, I love to see them play, man, because they play at their own pace.
Mm-hmm. And Halliburton is a shot maker. Dude's tough.
You hear the name that asked these youngsters? Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton. The hell? Man, we got a few minutes, man. One of the things I want to get off into, man, is I was trying to split it up, family time and marriage. I'm gonna start with the family time, man.
Yeah, man.
We don't have family time no more. You hear me?
Not at all.
And you was like saying little things like sitting down, just having a meal together. You know, because we were trying to think of what's the right setting to open up a family discussion. And I think that we should have them sometime. Mm-hmm. I used to try to have them with my lady and her kids, and we don't have them no more. And that's where all that conflict and those big arguments and everything start coming all out. You hear me? Because people just holding stuff in, letting it fester, and being too scared to communicate. You hear me? Mm-hmm. I don't be understanding, like I said, when we dealing with all adults, why we can't bring it down.
Yeah.
And sometimes, me and my people done got into it because I was expecting them to be a little bit more rowdy. Like, no, This a grown motherfucker jump back in their chest, you know.
Right.
But that, I'm just being honest. Like that's what it be. Like don't walk on eggshells in your own place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let nobody spook you to the point where you feel like you can't say what you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And
out of respect, the person that's staying with you, that's taking advantage of your space or whatever you call it, y'all working it out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You need to give that person that respect. They shouldn't have to feel like they have to walk on eggshells and can't say what they want to say. You hear me?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm encouraging people to do, man. Learn how to start back communicating with each other. And if you're grown, keep it at a grown level and at a minimum where everybody hear each other. Because all that barking and all that tough stuff, ain't nobody trying to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody want to hurt the other one. Who are you proving it to? Right. You don't have to prove it to nobody. Your family member's not a fool. You're not staying there because you done scared your auntie so much that she just decided to let you stay there. Yeah. No, your mama not scared of you. That's not why you're there. You're there because she loves you. She wants you to have a roof over your head, somewhere positive to stay. So these people, man, these youngsters, man, respect your boundaries, other people's boundaries, respect yourself, respect your elders, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you know you grown and you're supposed to have your own and somebody is giving you the luxury of staying in their place, then be decent about it and give that person that space and their respect. Yeah. Act like you appreciate being there. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with it, you know what I'm saying? Right. I say, I want to see people start to sit down, man, and really ask each other, like, you know what I'm saying? Because we got to talking about it, bro. You hear me? Right. Families have fallen apart over little things as far as finances. Mm-hmm. You hear me? Yeah. And you know, we hear it all the time, man, how these parents be like, man, I got a 30-year-old sleeping in my basement. I got a 35, 40 now even. You hear me? Yeah. And they're like, I feel bad because my door's always open to my kids, to your grown kids, you know. Mm-hmm. I feel all of that. All of that is cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they be like, I don't know how to get this person up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if you know that you getting that free ride or getting that break because as an adult, you're supposed to be maintaining and controlling your own life at this point. So if you're getting that break and that ride, the least you can do is act like you appreciate it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was saying about that doing what you know you need to do to contribute, man. Right. If you had your own place, you would be paying what's the average place now, about $1,000, $1,200 for like a 1 or 2 bedroom, you know what I'm saying? And the person only asking you for like $100 or $200 a month. Yeah. So you saving the grand. You can get you a car, do everything. It's a blessing. It's a privilege. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. It's something different, man, and it shouldn't be taken for granted. And I think people take people for granted too much. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're going to call all the shots, grab or tell this person what they're going to do in their spot, but you ain't got to come off nothing. I got to come off the $1,200 every month for the rent just to hear another person tell me that this is much of their place is mine. Right. They just as grown as me and how much they run. If you that grown, get your own spot. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't have to say all that, man. I think it done went way too far, man, as far as people respecting other people's boundaries and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So that's what I think, man. We need to get back to the point where we can talk, and I want to see grown people continue to be grown. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm not here to argue with you. I want to try to get some results. You know what I'm saying? This is not working. Right. But we know that we love each other. I need to be here. You need to be here. I don't have nowhere else to go. And obviously you don't either. Because if you did, you probably wouldn't be up in here. Yeah. Bad as you claim that it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, obviously we both got to be here. So we need to find some way to come to some type of even and make this thing work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I should be able to, hey, what's going on? These are not people on the street, man. These are your family members. These are your kids you're talking to. You hear me? You know, I understand that. I was just talking to my mom. I said, I hate that me and my daughter sometimes have that awkwardness and that void because, you know, how I'm somebody's child, man. You want your parents, like I said, to see you as little kings and princesses and all that stuff. You hear me? Yeah. And you want to be right in their eyes, but instead of getting out here and being right, you just want them to just call it down and just
automatically wave.
and you just the best little thing smoking. And then when they don't see you as that, you mad like they did something to ruin your life. You hear me? Mm-hmm. That's why me and my child, we don't go through that, man, because I told her, I said, I'm going to put it all out here. I'm not trying to be none of your friends. You get them on Facebook. I'm your father, and that's what I'm going to continue to be. Right. And if me caring about you or worrying about your welfare is what going to put us at odds, then that's just what it's going to be. Yeah. So I told her, I'm like, well, if you're going to hate me, you're just going to hate me, but you're going to hate me for doing my job and playing my part, and that's being your father.
I can't be nothing different.
I wanted to say shout out to my boy OTS, man, because you know, he recently got married, but I never got a chance to really call it down to him or nothing like that, man. I seen one of my favorite reporters too, man, Ashley Lincoln. She been waiting for the longest to tie that knot, man.
Yeah.
And in those two weddings, man, I saw real love. I saw beautiful pictures, you know.
Mm-hmm.
My man OTS wasn't so much on the high scale as these people, but it was the ceremony, the love, everything. It was just as beautiful, just as genuine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I got to asking, you know, my man Phil, I'm like, is marriage coming back, bro? Because for a minute, marriage almost got taboo around her, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's a bad thing. And I don't know, you know. Mm-hmm. I try to ask people. I've never been married, man. You know, me and my lady, we've been together 20 years. We talk about it all the time. If it's ever something that she want to do, the love ain't gonna change. So the answer would definitely be yes if it ever came to that type of situation. You hear me?
Right.
But the fanfare, we don't care nothing about that. We got people that try to brag and I spent $30,000, I spent $50,000, and try to make you like they set the mark for how you supposed to do it. You hear me? I talk to her. I say, if it ever get like that, baby, I'll ball out and buy you like a $10,000 or $20,000 ring, and then I'm gonna throw you the other 30 rack. You put it in your pocket.
Right.
Or like we can get a room downtown or something chill, spend a rack or two, and still have about 20 grand in the bank or something like that. Yeah. If that's what you want to do, that's more kicking it to me. You hear me?
Right.
Because we got the time in, man. It ain't gonna be no more fanfare. The fanfare is that I'm there and she there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So all that other stuff, man. But what you think, man? Like after being in one and in the times that we live in, man, is marriage still the thing?
I think it is, man. And I think, like we were talking about, communication and really knowing what your part is and playing your part. But I think just the concept of marriage and like the covenant of marriage is a beautiful thing.
I think so too, man. I think people ran away from the commitment when they did all that, like what we're talking about with social media, and made these people think that there's so many millions out here to be independent. The girls don't want to have to deal with no dude, but I want to be able to clap, get all my followers. I think that social media made them want to test the waters and see, let me see how much I'm actually worth, how much these eyelashes and all this booty really worth. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's where they at. And you can't live that type of lifestyle and have people shooting at you 24/7 if you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, I told you 10 years ago, man, me and my lady, we unfriended each other, bro, and it probably saved our relationship. Because I don't need to figure out who she is on Facebook. I see you every day and I know the real. You know what I'm saying? Right, yeah. So, you know, that ain't my business. That's a whole different part of your life. I had to grow up and accept that a different way and understand that ain't for me. That's for you to have what you want to have, a social life. And it has nothing to do with us. So Facebook can have you because I got the real you. So it is what it is. Yeah, man. I think it got to be forever, bro. I don't think it's no getting married twice. I don't think it's none of that. I think if y'all love each other, man, that the bond should be unbreakable and it should go to the end of time. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And I don't think that no drama, no BS, or no individual person or anything should be something that breaks that bond. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there's a lot of stuff like that, man, that I've been thinking about lately, man. I was thinking about getting off into school, man, and all that stuff. And I was like, man, I want to try to serve the people, bro. What I'm trying to do, I don't think I need to run up no student loan to try to be what I want to be and this and that. I was like, no, I just want to be a good person. And I don't think there's no degree out here to teach people how to be Christ-like. You hear me?
Right.
I don't think you got to have no master's degree to try to be an upstanding person. So I don't care what letters you got in front of your name or behind them. It has nothing to do with your character and what type of person you are. You hear me?
True.
So I continue to hold my degree. I got a master's in common sense in real life, and I think I'm gonna use that to get me everywhere that I need to get from this point on, bro.
For sure.
It is what it is. You hear me?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I hope people I'm starting to see it and I'm getting happy about it, man. I hope that real love is back out here. Y'all don't be scared to be committed. Sometimes we block ourselves from having that super relationship because we can't put our little guards down and all that. We got to have that wall up all the time. But it's time to break that mold, y'all. Real love is coming back. You know what I'm saying? And if you give a little bit of yourself, you might get some of somebody else in return. Never know. Me and my mans, I had a list of, and I'm going to run it down for y'all real quick. These days, the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's and all of that stuff. But I got to thinking about it, man. I said, it's some real powerful couples out here that been together for a long time, man. And I was like, I could never see these people because sometimes, like, some people break up, man, and you be like, dang, I thought they was going to be forever. But these people right here, it'll just blow me away if I ever saw these people break up.
Right.
John Legend and Chrissy Teigen.
Yes, sir.
That's a good couple. They've been together a long time. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Long time. Great couple. You know what I'm saying? Some people had a problem with me saying Russell Wilson and Ciara because, you know, I don't think neither one of them was married, but, you know, she do got the baby by Future.
Right.
But the man that he represented as in the way they tried to hold it down and they're grown as man, I had to throw them in there. You heard me?
Yeah.
Another couple, man, high school sweethearts, hold it down, always getting hated on. LeBron and Savannah.
Yeah.
Great couple to me. You hear me?
Yeah.
A lot of people had a problem with me throwing my man Magic on her. Him and Cookie, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Magic don't do nothing without Cookie. But the thing about it, you know, he got the scandal, the whole HIV situation. People like, oh, well, he snuck out, he cheated, he did that. You know, I got a whole different take on it, and that's a whole nother show. But I still think it's some real love there, you know.
Yeah.
So I had to throw Magic and Cookie them in there.
Gotta be.
Another relationship, you know, my mom really helped me to them, Samuel L. Jackson and LaToya Richardson. You say you wasn't even hip to them. And that's a Hollywood power couple. They've been married over 40-some years. You hear me?
Yeah.
Holly Robinson and Rodney Peake, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think they got the kid with the autism and all that. Got the non-for-profit. They've been holding it down for a long time. Nice, good, decent power couple that don't get a lot of shine. You hear me?
Yeah.
Steph and Aisha, way better couple than a lot of people give them credit for. You hear me? You know, Steph so in demand that everybody always hating on Aisha. She ain't good enough. That's some of that Jay-Z and Beyonce. How the hell did he? Or how did she, you know, in the reverse. Right. But pretty good couple, man. Grant Hill and Tamia, one of my all-time favorites. They've been holding down for a long time.
Yeah.
Since that dude was a rookie or something back at Duke, you know.
Right.
And you don't never hear too much dirt or anything on their name. You know what I'm saying? So definitely one of the more underrated power couples. Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats. A lot of people didn't want to put them on her. You know what I'm saying? Because your boy Swiss been married before, but they got 14, 15 years in the game. And the type of woman that I've seen him help her
Alicia.
Yeah. Developing to becoming, man, I think it has a lot to do with his influence. You hear me? So just for that reason, man, the type of person that I seen come up out of her for dealing with a guy like him, I put them on that list as being one of the more underrated power couples. You hear me?
Right.
And I got a couple of people that I had through in there for honorable mention. I just didn't really put them up on there like A$AP Rocky and Rihanna because they didn't have as much time. Some of these other people got 30, 40 years in the game. You hear me?
Right.
And Nelly and Ashanti, you know, they new to the game, but just with the hometown flavor, I'm hoping that they really got some true love, man, that can hold that thing down for a real long time. We a little bit over, man, so we gonna get on up out of here, man. You know, we could chop it up forever. Yeah. But that's been our show, man. 6-4. We'll catch them in what's that? 6-11.
Yeah, 6-11.
6-11. Is that 7? Is that ghetto math? Is we getting it right? All right. Well, I'm your boy Mikey Justice from the main field. We out. See y'all in 7. Peace.